Fast attack submarine. Ironclad, North Carolina. It was armor-clad ship. But you do have a little plane to take off and go fetch things like the mail. Guns up here in the front. 16-inch guns headed to facing the rear. Over here we have lots more guns. The North Carolina earned 15 battle stars for its service in World War II. It was a highly decorated ship participating in every major naval offensive in the Pacific and served as the most decorated battleship of the war. Here's more guns on the starboard side. I'm sure there's the same on the port. 16-inch guns, 60-foot long barrel length.
Wow.
30 seconds per round.
30 seconds. Wow.
3 officers and 177 men per turret. Here's the bow. You can see how big this ship is, how far away those people are. Got torpedoed September 15th, 1942, escorting Marines to Guadalcanal. Damage. Torpedo blasted a hole 18 feet high, 32 feet wide in the port side hull, well below the side armor of turret 1. She remained in formation for hours and proceeded to Tonga Tapu for temporary repairs and buried the dead. Real sturdy anchor chains and more guns. Little machine. Here's the 16-inch guns in the bow of the ship, and the next row back is a little smaller, 20-millimeter guns. So, these are machine guns. This is a loading mechanism for the machine guns. 1.1-inch quadruple mount guns. They're not in their original location. They were anti-aircraft guns. All the people in North Carolina who died during the war, this is the service in any field of operation during the war. This is a list of the ship's company on the day she was commissioned. I'm pointing to my father's name, Martin Reed Blakemore. I'll have to check it out and see how many. Probably like a huge, big modern cruise ship without those amenities, however. There he is. There he wash the dishes, and here's their nice dishes. They're unbreakable when the weather gets rough. In the stern, and I have finally found the post office. Dad hung out when he wasn't manning a gun, a 16-inch that is. Here's how the mail came ashore. Much of the time, the mail sack. I sorted mail. I assume it was rather warm down here. There was no air conditioning. Letters like this that were censored. And some electronic manual typewriter. And of course, cigarettes and matches. You can buy in the store. Chocolate bars, mints, chewing gum, almond toffee, nuts, cigarettes, 10 packs in a carton for $2.50. Pipes, pipe tobacco, and cigarettes, not rolled, I guess. 24 sacks for 72 cents. And have an ice cream machine, and ice cream, that must have been very refreshing in the South Pacific. Bunk room, 1, 2, 3, 4 bunks. These racks with a few lockers. Here's the inside of one. Keep your uniform, maybe some valuables with a lock on it. And I guess some other toilets and showers. See those battleships sitting there and you think they float on the water? You are wrong. They are carried to sea on the backs of chief petty officers. Admiral Bull Halsey, commander of the 3rd Fleet. This is the senior enlisted in the Navy. Most time in service, battleship was allotted 69 chiefs. Combined, they had more than 900 years of service. This is the officer's galley. This is the sick ward. The medicines they had available on board ship. There's powders and liquids. Some things you did not want to get. Would be the operating room. Now we're entering officer country. These are officer quarters, probably junior officer quarters. They're only 2 high. And fewer racks of them. Officers' quarters, even a couple couches in here. And some tables. Warrant officers, mess. That's one step below a regular full officer. Flight officer has a bed and more generous closet space. And he could work any hour of the day or night. Flag office. North Carolina rarely had an admiral on board, so the flag office was used by the 1st Division. And there's more bunks. Flight offices took a lot of supplies to keep this thing fully operational. 18-inch armor-piercing projectile from here. His range was 21 miles. Left the barrel at 2,300 feet per second, which is 1,560 miles per hour. Picture shows how big they were.